Hello Crypto Gang, welcome to another LamboLife video. Now let's talk about BTorrent token. Justin Sun has described it as the token that will enable #blockchain mass adoption. But how far can it go? In this video, I will discuss just a little bit of what BTorrent was before Tron. It won't be long. I will focus more on what it means to have one of the most, if not the most decentralized peer-to-peer system on the blockchain. Because essentially that's what BTorrent is. Before Tron, it was a decentralized system that had no blockchain. And they have 100 million monthly active users. Obviously, Tron is eyeing that. I'd also like to talk about the aftermath of their launch, which is quite controversial. I've been a torrent user for 13 years. Today, I still use torrents to download movies and games and other stuff. Right now, I'm using BitLord, which is another BitTorrent client. BitTorrent has been around since the early days of the internet. Slightly early. They were in by 2003. Their freeware has helped me quite a lot. Without it, my internet experience wouldn't have been the same. A lot of applications in my computer are pirated software, admittedly. But because of that, I was able to have this YouTube channel, so I'm grateful for BitTorrent. I love BitTorrent. I support it wholeheartedly, but in this video, I will set that aside and be impartial because I have a responsibility to my audience. So let's get down to business. BitTorrent is a protocol for peer-to-peer file sharing. It is used mostly to transfer large files like movies and games, as well as music and software over the internet. It was created by a company also called BitTorrent, and for a decade they have been working fine. Although they have a lot of legal services for corporations, majority of their technology's usage come from illegal file sharing of copyrighted content. Lucky for them, they're not held accountable for that. After all, it's open source software. For those of you who are not familiar with using torrents, here's how file sharing works in a nutshell. You have a BitTorrent client, this can be uTorrent or something else, and it will serve as the browser. Then you download the torrent file. This torrent file has all the information you need to tap into and be part of the swarm. The swarm is basically what you call the many BitTorrent clients running on a computer on the internet, to which other clients such as yourself can connect to and transfer files. And together, this composes the whole peer-to-peer file sharing economy. Remember, swarm is the whole, but each user is called a peer. If you partake in this economy, you are essentially a peer. That's why it's called peer-to-peer. There's two types of peers, a seeder or a leecher. A seeder is generally a good user or a favorable user. They are the ones who choose to upload and help distribute files to the whole swarm even after their download is over. Good people. Then there's a leecher or leech. They are the parasitic users. They have poor share ratio and consequently have a negative effect on the swarm. They download files much more than they upload, while some of them even manually modify their BitTorrent browser to stop their upload altogether. That's gonna be as technical as I get. Anyway, BitTorrent Incorporated, the company behind this technology, has been looking for ways to incentivize users to be seeders instead of leechers, because there just aren't any. Seeding is purely altruistic. And this problem is not BitTorrents alone. This is true for a lot of open source softwares and freewares that need a community to contribute to in order to have value. So this likely influenced their decision to come to the crypto space and tokenize their services via Tron blockchain. Last year, Justin Sun announced their acquisition of BitTorrent. So Tron officially owns BitTorrent, and both entities are meant to unite their strengths and patch each other's weaknesses. BitTorrent has been looking for ways to incentivize their users, and Tron wants, for the most part, the 100 million active users of BitTorrent. So basically, they intend to migrate torrent users into the Tron blockchain by putting the BitTorrent system on top of it. That's the simplest way to explain it. The first step of the BTT project is to create a market-driven economy that enables users to optimize and prolong the lifespan of existing swarms. Like I said before, there wasn't any incentive for peers to be seeders instead of leechers, and that is bad for the system. It causes a lot of inefficiencies which would result in slower downloads and other problems. So how will BTT address this issue? This is where BitTorrent Seed comes in. BitTorrent Seed is designed to enable peers to offer each other BitTorrent token incentives so users will continue to seed files even after their initial download has completed. Let's hear more features from Justin Knoll, head of BitTorrent's Tron integration. This is called Project Atlas and it is very recently launched.
Hi, I'm Justin Knoll, project lead for Project Atlas. I've been building distributed applications at BitTorrent for years, and I'm excited to tell you what we have planned with Tron. Project Atlas is all about connecting BitTorrent and the blockchain. Let's talk about some of the key features of the project. The first is faster downloads. By creating a system where people can bid to accelerate downloads, you'll be able to choose to get things more quickly than you otherwise would. Which leads me to the next point, more seeds. Currently, there's no incentive for users to seed files for long periods of time. By adding tokens, we'll make it so that you can effectively earn for seeding and create incentives for users not only to seed longer, but to dedicate more of their bandwidth and storage overall. The next point is no mining. Some cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin secure the history of their ledger with a system called proof of work. That's what we refer to as mining. Other cryptocurrencies like Tron don't use proof of work, and so there's no need for mining. We have no plans or desire to mine on users' computers.
So as you heard, incentivizing users to seed more and not be parasites is the killer feature. And what's good about it is that none of these protocol changes will reverse how BitTorrent works. It's backwards compatible and users are not required to participate in the new tokenized economy. They can disable any feature they don't like. If they want to stick with the old BitTorrent framework, that's fine too. It won't affect anything. Are there some downsides? Definitely. And it's important that we approach this and stay impartial, especially that there's a lot of controversy going on with this right now. Tron has been harshly criticized regarding its blockchain capabilities by the likes of experts Jed McCaleb and Vitalik Buterin. However, I haven't done enough research to verify the validity of their claims, although they are geniuses. But out of respect to the Tron community who know more about this project than I do, I won't comment on this without further research. Maybe I'll make the next video about Tron. However, I need to share the testament of a disgruntled ex-employee. Simon Morris spent nearly a decade as an executive at BitTorrent before leaving the company shortly after Justin was about to buy them out. According to him, he knows their system, he's been working on BitTorrent for years, and he's seen what Tron's blockchain is capable of. There's no way it could handle their transaction volume. In his own words, they were going to melt Tron. Okay, this is a little bit alarming, especially if you consider the fact that BitTorrent founder also cut ties with the company the moment Justin's son was involved. No, not trying to spread FUD or anything, but this is definitely worth a closer look at the very least. Anyway, time will tell if BTT can be supported by Tron. Another issue is piracy. Personally, I am guilty of this. To tell you the truth, a huge chunk of the torrent files being shared are proprietary. This might end the same way as Kim.com's mega upload website, which was shut down by the US government for allegedly operating as an organization dedicated to copyright infringement. Not only that, but Kim.com was arrested. I'm not sure how both Justins are gonna navigate through this, but they better have thought this through. You see, the problem here is BitTorrent before the acquisition, they didn't have to deal with legal issues. At least there are no public records of such. And it's probably because if they shut down BitTorrent Incorporated, someone else can recreate or maintain their peer-to-peer system. If it's migrated to Tron's blockchain, well, I'm not sure what's gonna happen exactly. This is a risky game Justins are playing. And the answer depends to a large extent on how decentralized Tron is. Because if there is that central point of failure, governing entities can seize that. Unfortunately, I haven't researched enough about Tron. As far as I know, they have 27 validators. The question is, will the validators be held accountable for keeping a system that is, quote, dedicated to copyright infringement, unquote? That's my legal concern. That's something all BTT holders should consider. After all, legal trouble is the last thing you want in the crypto space. Now let's talk about the crowd sale. So Tron and Binance worked side by side in this. BTT was offered exclusively on Binance launchpad and were sold in 2 sessions for TRX and BNB. It sold out at $7.2 million in less than 18 minutes, but left a substantial number of investors frustrated. A lot of users weren't able to partake in the crowd sale. The moment it began, 28% of the tokens were already sold, and then it was over. The cause of this was either a systematic failure or outright manipulation by Tron and Binance. Those are the 2 main possibilities. Justin tried to ease users by doing a giveaway of 5,000 BTT. Unfortunately, it was nowhere near enough. Crypto Twitter has been attacking both CZ and Justin since then. For what it's worth, CZ admits of the system failure as well as their own failure to realize the astronomical demand for BTT and setting the buy limit per person too high. In the end, less than 1,000 people were able to buy BTT, and now the community is questioning how that is gonna affect this supposedly decentralized platform. So I'm not sure how they are gonna go from here. I do know that BitTorrent has a 6-year airdrop plan for Tron token holders. The first airdrop is scheduled for the 11th of February. It will continuously repeat itself until February 2025. In addition to that, they will also airdrop an additional 99,990 billion BTT during both online and offline events in the future. This will account for 10.1% of the total circulating supply of BTT. Now this paints a picture of a project with long-term goals. Personally, I don't know much about the tech behind Tron to give more insights, but they control BTT now, and it's all in the hands of Justin. For now, that's what I think. Basically, Tron is Justin's son. As of the moment, it cannot survive without his mad marketing skills. You have to admit this guy is a damn good marketer. World class. No one can take that away from him. And I just want to say to BitTorrent and Tron and all the BTT holders, I wish you all the best and good luck, and may this platform bring more value to all internet citizens. Damn, it feels good to be in crypto. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please tell me what you think about BTT and my take on it. Do you agree, disagree? Tell me why. Let's learn from each other. Also, do you want me to make a video on Tron, or what else do you have in mind? Leave all your comments down below. Last video didn't have any comments, which is alright but not very cool. If you've reached this point, then there's a good chance you value this content. In that case, allow me to give you more by hitting that subscribe button. Smash the likes and I'll see you on the flip side.